And even in sobriety, having, I went to AA for a couple of years and got sober for I think the longest I had was 3 years. But I had gotten to a point, even in my sobriety, where I was like, okay, this is great, I'm sober, but I still felt that there was something else. It can't just be about sobriety. There's got to be more. And I didn't know that God did have more than just me being sober. And now I can see what a life surrendered to God now to be a follower of Jesus. That's been the difference in my life, and that's been the difference now in my son's life and just everyone that I encounter in my daily life.
So you lived, so pretty much after you got saved, after, Salvation Army, you were kind of, God was up there, not in here. You
Right.
kind of were like in and out of your faith, pretty much. And then what events led you up to your true salvation? Like what was that like?
Well, it's crazy because I've been in so many rehabs and programs in my 30 years of doing it. All these secular programs. I never ever heard of Adult and Teen Challenge. That was never offered to me. And I remember I would hear, oh, maybe you should go to a faith-based program. I really didn't know. Like you think like you have this idea if you really don't know what it is to walk with Christ. You have this idea that it's a bunch of rules and it's this these hard rules that I have to follow and you but I really didn't understand what following Christ, the freedom that comes with following Christ, to actually sacrifice all these things, all my sensual desires and these desires of my flesh, the things that I wanted to do, the things that I thought were good, and the things that the world says are what is success in life, the money, the great job, the good, the perfect wife, and all that stuff. I really thought that was kind of my gauge for success. And what brought me even coming to Teen Challenge, I was actually, I guess it was like 3 years ago. I was like God just ordained it all because I met a man that I was working for who had graduated Adult and Teen Challenge, and at that time I was drinking, and he knew, like he would come pick me up in the morning, and he would have like Joyce Myers on the radio, and he could tell like I didn't even want to hear it. And he would say stuff like, "Hey, Rich, you ever think about just changing your life?" I'd be like, "Yeah, Joe, but not today, not today. Can we just get to work and just get the day over with?" But anyway, I thank God for that man. He fired me because like I was struggling at work and I got into an argument with one of the coworkers, and like I was really out of my character. And one of the homeowner was home and heard the whole thing. He called me on my phone. He's like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right. What's the problem?" But I was so angry and I just hated my life. I didn't, I just didn't want to, it's crazy. It's a hard place to be where, you don't want to kill yourself, but you want to die. So that's where I was at. And I met Joe, and he had mentioned the program Adult and Teen Challenge he went to. And, after I got fired and I had gotten to a place where, like, right after that, I was running out of money and, like, I was going to lose my place. And I was like, I got to do something. And really, my motivation was I was going to lose my place. So I had to find it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just go to detox again. And I went to detox, and I was going to go to another secular program. And I tried to get in every secular program I could get into, and I couldn't find one. But again, I had no options. God had brought me to the end of my road.